I teach mostly kindergarten through eighth grade, actually even early childhood through eighth grade, and I teach gardening, anywhere from growing food to native plant ecology, and I have a passion in composting and returning our organic waste back to the earth to grow healthier plants.
And what kind of difference does that make by composting?
Well, of course, most large portion of our waste, organic or otherwise, goes to the landfill. When our organic waste goes to the landfill, it creates methane gas, which is several times more harmful in terms of climate change compared to CO2, carbon dioxide. So I think if we can get people to divert their organic waste, and instead of sending it to the landfill where it's creating methane gas, we can compost it, return it to the earth, and it provides a great fertilizer for growing our plants.
So, how do you get the kids involved with composting?
Well, I like to have a worm bin for the young kids. And most of them at first, or a lot of them, are hesitant to get into the worm bin at first, but by the end of class or after a couple classes, they're usually pretty excited to start touching the worms, getting in there. So that's one way I demonstrate to the younger kids. We have a lunch program where we compost all of our organic waste, our food waste. So I have the kids take the food. Of course, they scrape their plates into the buckets, and then we take it out to the compost bin, and I let them start putting it into the compost bins, doing the layering of the browns and greens. And then, of course, we monitor the temperature so that they can see the progression of how it heats up and then starts to cool down. And then eventually we have them out there screening the compost, and then returning it to the garden where we work as well. I think, soil is one of our most important natural resources. I like to make the distinction between soil and dirt, and soil is a living entity. And as you just demonstrated or talked about, showing the kids that there's a whole living food web, a whole ecology within the soil. That soil is not inert, it's not dead. That there are thousands of bacteria, millions or thousands of invertebrates, vertebrates, and millions of bacteria living within the soil in an ecological balance.